Dear students, welcome you again. So, you have been shown how to perform the first experiment, that is mounting of awkward thin specimen for metallographic study, and also you have been shown the different steps to be followed and the final outcome of the specimen. Now, I am going to briefly tell you about the second experiment. The second experiment is preparation of a specimen for metallographic examination. Now, as I told you that if you are given an unknown specimen and you are asked to study the microstructure, you must have to prepare the specimen properly. If you do not prepare this specimen properly, what will happen is that you will not be able to see the microstructure. So, you must have to follow certain steps to prepare this specimen. Now, the specimen which you are going to prepare or study must be a representative sample. That means, the sample which will give you a proper representation of the whole mass. So, a specimen should be cut from that particular place which you think that it will represent the actual mass of the material. So, collection of appropriate specimen or sample, that is the first step. Next step is the mounting. Mounting means, which has been shown already to you. Mounting is basically holding the specimen of very small, thin and awkward size specimen in proper medium like bakelite. We have used here bakelite, so that the volume of the specimen becomes larger. You can hold it by hand and you can follow the subsequent steps of preparation. So, that is called the mounting. Next step is the grinding. Now, grinding, if grinding can be done in different ways, you can perform rough grinding, you can perform fine grinding. This grinding process actually depends on the particle size. Now, if the material is rough cut, you can use a grinding wheel just to make it slightly even surface, and then you can use the different grades of emery papers to perform the fine grinding. Now, there are different grades of emery papers, the Ganesh will show you in detail. Fine grinding, then the different steps, different stages of grinding depending on the particle size, different grades of emery papers are there. So, that is called grinding here. After that step, we are going to a very important step, that is called the polishing. We have got a polishing table there. In the polishing table, there will be a revolving table where some arrangements are there, velvet cloths and other things are there, and on that we give the mixture of aluminum oxide particles with distilled water, and we hold the specimen on the revolving table, so that the surface gets polished. Polished means the surface roughness will be still very low, or the surface will be very smooth, like mirror like structure, mirror like if you see the polished surface, bigger size surface, you can see your own image. So, that step is called the polishing. Once polishing is done, and if you just see the microstructure or try to see the microstructure of the specimen, you will not be able to see. There is a reason. It is because the polished surface will be will act like a mirror, actually there will act like a mirror, perfectly mirror. So, there will be a regular reflection. So, you will not be able to see the grains and grain boundaries, because the whole surface is evenly polished and there is no discontinuities within the surface. So, in order to see the microstructure, we follow the next step, that is called the etching. Now, in etching process, what we do, particularly for ferrous material, we use a chemical called nitrile. Now, nitrile, composition of nitrile is 3% nitric acid and remaining 97% ethyl alcohol. So, this mixture is the etchant, this is called the nitrile. Now, this is a ferrous etchant. Now, this is used for ferrous material. So, when you are performing the etching operations, the grain boundaries and the grains becomes clearly visible. So, after etching actually we place the specimen under the microscope and then only you will be able to see the microstructure very clearly. So, these are the different steps that are to be followed very systematically and very carefully, so that you can see the microstructure very clearly. Now, Ganesh will explain the detailed steps, and also he will show you the how he is doing how he is following the different steps. So, Ganesh, you come and show them how you are doing the preparation.
Now, after mounting, and this is mounting sample, and this surface not smooth surface, this is irregular surface, and this irregular surface required to finish flat surface and smooth surface. Okay. And this procedure is sample preparation, and sample preparation steps involved one by one. First, fine grinding. Fine grinding here involved by using emery paper. Basically, this emery paper, different grade of emery paper we use this operation. First we know different size or different grade of emery paper. When emery paper back side of this emery paper, numerical word are written, say 1200, 2000, and this is CLC, another company name, and this is fine grade emery paper, and this is also another company XU4, but basically depends upon on this number. This number is the grain size of this emery paper. Basically, this emery paper here abrasive particle and adhesive thin layer paste of this paper, thin layer of this is emery paper, and when we specify this emery paper and this abrasive particle, that is abrasive particles size depends upon abrasive particle size. When this size 10 to 24 numerical number, and this is coarse abrasive particle, and then 24 to 60, that is medium, and then 60 to 180, that is fine, and after then 180 up to 600, that is very fine, and after then 600, and this is very fine grade size. And this emery paper stage by stage required first, and this surface is rough surface required to coarse emery paper like this. This is coarse emery paper, and hold this sample like this, and perpendicular move on this paper this way. Basically, this is one direction. In this way, we use one by one emery paper like this, and this is 1200, and then use very fine emery paper like this way. In this way, we get one finished surface look like as mirror. Look like as mirror, and this procedure is fine grinding. Next procedure, polishing, and this is Dix polishing machine, and this polishing machine here present one velvet cloth. Top of this velvet cloth we use aluminum slurry, aluminum oxide slurry, and this is aluminum oxide slurry, and this aluminum oxide slurry we use top of this velvet cloth, and this sample hold like this way, and this rotating disc when rotate, and we hold the sample piece rigidly and proper way, looks proper way, that is 90 degree, it should be 90 degree, and this process is called polishing. Here polishing process depends upon abrasive medium. Here we use aluminum oxide slurry. Another polishing machine here present. Another polishing machine here present, and this is auto polishing machine. We use another abrasive material, that is diamond paste, and this diamond paste, first we use top of this velvet cloth and hold the sample piece like this machine. In this way we finish smooth and surface finish, and this is a good achievement of this machine. After polishing, we involve another operation, that is etching operation, and this is one solution, nitrile solution based on ferrous material, and this sample piece first immerse on this solution and then wait 0 to 1 minute, and this time depend upon material properties, and this procedure is called etching procedure. A main function and reason of this etching procedure to damage upper layer of the sample and to appears a new grain surface. After etching operation, next and final operation is microscopic observation, and this is sample piece, and this sample piece first focus from this microscope like this way, okay, and this image appears from this monitor. From this image we determine microstructure type as well as percentage of ferrite, pearlite and cementite, and from this microstructure orientation we easily determine sub classification of this material. Suppose and this material say cast iron group material, from this microstructure we compare from by book, by net, and then easily we determine this classification of this material, and this is microscope. Basically metallography microscope, two types of microscope, one inverted microscope, another upward microscope, that is upward microscope. And this microscope, parts of microscope, and this is eye lens, and this is object lens, and this is objectivable, and this is steam or beam, and this is camera, okay, and this is fine this is adjustment knob. By this knob we easily set the focus length of this microscope like this way. This is big circular wheel, black color circular wheel, that is coarse adjustment knob, another knob, and this is fine adjustment knob. By using two knob we easily focus object